Hi Virgo, welcome into your monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of April 2023. I do want to genuinely thank you so much for joining me for this reading, but as we proceed, do keep in mind it is general for your month as a whole, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. And I more than appreciate the love and support, the likes, the comments, and of course subscriptions to the channel if you haven't done so already. But as well, don't forget to check out your other placements within your individual chart as I continue to post all of the 12 signs. I did become quite happy in a very peaceful manner as I was stepping into your individual energy, or the collective Virgo energy, I should say. But the overall message I channeled for you for your month, of course, in regards to your money and career, get ready for a massive increase in success. Get ready for a massive increase in success. Beautiful. So I do feel like this is a month where things are starting to or continuing to grow, but more so exponentially for you individually, however that works for you. Some of which, drawn to the reading, I'm getting right off the bat, are starting or in the beginning stages of a new job. And that's going to leave you with this massive increase in success, which will bring you more money through it all, or just in results of which. But I feel as if the entrepreneur Virgo is drawn to the reading. There's a sense of you having an online presence or a presence in person or both that is, they're saying show stopping. So you might want to watch Aries. That is leaving people in awe. It's helping things again grow and develop, progress in the way they're meant to. You might find that you were just gifted by spirit certain creative ideas. You might get a business idea, right? Even if you already run one or work a day-to-day job, or if not multiple. But it feels like your mind might be on overload, right? Working quite quickly, but you're moving slowly, trying to work smarter, not harder. I feel like you're going to be thinking a lot throughout the month. I mean, I feel like typically Virgos do think a lot in general, but anyways, I just feel like you need to take a deep breath, and meditation will come in handy to simplify things for you. And I feel like you'll do this either way, keep your home and work situation, if you have a external, a separate work situation, keep both quite tidy, okay? Clear minded through it all. Interesting. Because I just feel as if things are going to potentially get to you if you feel like things are out of control or just not in order. You could have an obstacle that pops up that is annoying and you can overcome it easily, but if things are feeling quite chaotic up in your mind, or you're feeling things are not tidy enough, right? I just feel this could get to you a bit more than it actually should, okay? Just a side note. So to pull some money and career oracle for Virgo. Knowing what you're doing is what I'm hearing. Knowing what you're doing. Secret stash. Maybe a focus on money that you've already saved up for some. With that mask imagery, I do feel like you're not being completely... okay, you could be a performer of some sort, or be putting oneself out there on social media once again in the public eye in some way, shape, or form, standing up and showing what you're made out of, what you can do, your abilities, your talent, if you will, if not multiple. But I do feel like there's a feeling that you're not showing people 100% who you are. Say it's in a new job or one that you're continuing. Could be who you live with, keeping to your Virgo hermit mode a bit more, but then at other points you are in the spotlight, but some more than others naturally. But I sense that this is you trying to be strategic, or just trusting your intuition in regards to who to steer clear of and who you've maybe already learned is not trustworthy. But a feeling that you are being smart with your money for the most part throughout the month. Try not to overspend, especially if you find yourself dipping into your savings. But I do feel like there's a lot of different avenues, I want to say opportunities to make money moving forward throughout this month and in general, popping up left and right. Say you run a business, different opportunities, customers, clientele. They're saying sales take place to help the money flow in. But at times you might have felt recently like the money was more so going out, more so than coming in, right? That it was outweighing what was actually coming in. So Spirit's saying, let's reinstate some balance when it comes to that all the meanwhile. But yeah, look at that. Acting, assistant, hidden potential, unknown. The acting and assistant part, it feels like one of which might be part of or what you're considering to jump into for your career. But I do feel like music is playing into your month in one way, shape, or form, even if that's just for you to get a release at home or in your free time. could be in regards to a message, if not multiple, from spirit, could tie into your work. You have a voice of importance is what I'm getting. And I feel like your voice, whether it's you creating, right, you producing, developing in one way, shape, or form, you could be a public speaker once again. I'm getting a singer specifically for somebody, or somebody who creates art. It's this feeling that your creations, you getting your voice out there, it's tying into your life purpose. Some of which, drawn to the reading, might be gaining more clarity in regards to what exactly this destiny, this purpose is for you individually, and some of which might be reminded that something you've been doing for a bit or started recently is at least part of your life purpose. Okay, and that's very powerful to be in touch with that and to be spiritually reminded that you're very talented in regards to that. Okay. And I feel like this is naturally going to bring you all of this increase in success and money flowing in all the meanwhile. And I also feel like you're very well spoken, and this might tie into the success that you end up gaining over the span of April. But I just feel like you know more at times than meets the eye, or you're speaking, letting people be aware of, right? And this may just simply be you implementing levels of strategy all the meanwhile, but it feels like it's smart for you not to be mixing your personal life with your work life. But I just feel like that also might tie into you producing something in the way it's meant to be done. Okay. It reminds me of when I do these readings, I get some downloads, right? And whether they're true or not, whether they're accurate for that sign or that person or not, doesn't mean it necessarily is meant to be said in that specific reading. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. I don't know why. So just trust your intuition throughout the month in so many different ways, because I really feel like it's a month where you'll find it's quite heightened, even if you already feel very strong intuitively stepping into April. Okay. But look at that. Yeah, you're going to be overcoming obstacles at certain points. And finding that you are getting reminders in certain ways that you do have a wealthy future ahead, even if you choose to second guess or doubt that all the meanwhile. And I also feel like with the owner/boss part of the card at the bottom, if you look, you could be stepping into or applying to, considering an authority figure kind of position. You could be thinking about how you like and or dislike certain boss figures, right? I mean, how something's run potentially. Someone needs to be making more money moving forward. So there's a push from spirit to, and even your intuition, to step it up in regards to, don't take that offensively, to applying to a higher paying position, or putting oneself out there in regards to that promotion, that pay raise, or both. Okay. Or taking that business idea you're gifted and running with it, starting that YouTube channel, or just a different type of platform, or investing in the first steps of getting that business idea off the ground while you work that other job, in order to see oneself having multiple streams of income, because you deserve that, right? To make things easier for you so that you don't feel stressed about your money. Because I feel like you're a person being drawn to this reading where if your money isn't overflowing, they're saying, or just doing well, if you don't have things start being paid off quite efficiently, even ahead of time for some, if you don't feel comfortable about your financial future, or just to have enough for a rainy day, or for certain twists and turns, or even expected changes, or one in particular, it affects the other areas of your life, right? And you could say that probably for most people, but I'm getting that vibe for you specifically, all right? So Spirit's saying, let's get creative, all right? Let's put that idea to use if that's the case, or let's reach for more. Let's know our worth through it all and not settle for less. And I know at times it's easier said than done, right? Everybody's case is different, but in your case, I really do feel as if you'll get that push, or that pull, if you will, however you want to view it, or it comes to be. Let's pull some small money and career oracle. Luck is on your side and moving on up. Beautiful. Some of which there is a focus on moving up the corporate ladder, or just within that specific company. Up the ranks is what I'm hearing. But I do feel like you're moving up in regards to people's respect and honor, as I'm drawn back to the image of that crown, okay? Being viewed in a very knowledgeable light, somebody who just does what they do and does it well, right? Or has the knowledge and experience and is so well spoken and personable and grounded through it all that, at least for the most part, right? Nobody's perfect. That you're gaining that door opening quite easily, right? Bear with me. Even if you're a little bit nervous about stepping through it, as long as you're trusting your intuition, you cannot go wrong, right? Even if, say there's some expected ups and downs, obstacles to overcome, there's a sense of luck being on your side in that meeting, if not multiple, whether it's an interview or just another meeting for your business and or job. Luck is on your side when it comes to your finances, when it comes to, they're saying knocking it out of the park, okay? So don't question oneself at all. And if you're beginning that business, or you're starting a new job, there's a sense of you, as they're showing me a four-leaf clover, having that luck and that spiritual guidance and your strong intuition. So, and your talent, right? Your experience and knowledge, so you cannot go wrong. You might be very, very spiritual being drawn to this reading. You could be a tarot reader, even if that's not your full-time gig. Money on the mind, being noticed, making a difference, and confident success. Boom. Spirit saying your confidence growing over time in regards to that one specific talent, skill set, or multiple, or in regards to stepping into gaining new opportunities to make more money and succeed more. That's taking a highlight. Okay. You might not feel you're 100% confident, right? Or just still have those question marks at times, or that lack of clarity. But you've improved in that sense, okay? And people are noticing your confidence through it all and in your likable vibes, I want to say. Given I just had to stop and begin the reading again, or just, continue, I do feel as if there's one, if not multiple people you're working with and or living with that are making things a little bit more difficult, could potentially be trying to work against you, I want to say, but I don't feel like they're going to win or affect things in a negative sense in the end. This is being labeled as one of those obstacles that you have to simply overcome, or just kind of move around in a very mature, responsible manner. But it feels like all the meanwhile, you might have one, if not multiple people that are making you nervous at home and or at work, and this needs to not get the best of you all the meanwhile. But being noticed, making a difference, in money naturally being on your Virgo mind, but don't overthink it once again. Spirit saying how you manage your money throughout the month, that's going to take a highlight in regards to you needing to see that savings increase moving forward for your comfort, for your confidence, and just your overall peace and well-being. But it feels like you're, again, being put in the spotlight at certain points, even if you don't ask for it or reach for it. People are noticing you, and some of which want to make more of a difference moving forward in regards to your career as a whole, but others of which drawn to the reading already do, and you're being reminded that that is quite commendable, okay? Bear with me as I get a little bit nervous. Let's do some shuffling and pull some tarot. What else do I have for Virgo? Okay, flying out these Six of Cups. I do feel as if, this is talking about your caring nature, people helping you out at certain points, even in the midst of you feeling potentially, again, like somebody's not on your side or working against you. But I do feel like there's thoughts of who you live with for some, and or who you work with, and whether you like them or not, whether they're your type of energy people. And I feel like the majority might not be, but it makes you cherish those who you do bond with well, or those who you do like vibe-wise, energy-wise. But I do feel like there's thoughts of the past at certain points. I'm getting gratuity, commission for some. Again, different opportunities to succeed more, to earn more. But I do feel like there's thoughts of past career opportunities that you left behind that came to an end unexpectedly, a bit of a tower moment situation or multiple, in regards to past living situations, past other investments. Don't overthink it, but I feel like at certain points, you might get a reminder in regards to what didn't work out, or what had to purposely come to an end to make room for what's better, or to adjust your perspective, to appreciate, to be grateful for what's at hand, what you're wrapped up with, okay, or stepping into, because it could be so much worse, so much worse. I mean, it's only natural to at times get a little bit negative in regards to what you're wrapped up with, right? But perspective is everything. There might be some certain noise factors you're having to cope with and deal with, potentially move around once again or overcome as they're, I think, mowing a lawn, and there's other factors playing into it. But I'm being drawn to the flower here, an interesting detail on the card, and they're saying you're blossoming through your work and something you've been continuing and or beginning is blossoming as well. Embrace that. Okay, that's a beautiful thing. It feels like your work is feeling fulfilling at certain points for the majority drawn to the reading, and is again potentially helping people, and that needs to be highlighted as something of true worth. Okay. They're also saying make sure to nourish oneself, eat healthy, drink a lot of H2O, as you may be so busy that you forget to do just that, right? Neglecting certain healthy habits. Make sure you're implementing other levels of self-care so that you're feeling good in vibration and just your overall well-being is top notch to produce the best quality work and to deal with certain annoyances or difficulties, again, obstacles with the utmost confidence and just ease. All right. The King of Swords, a knowledgeable way about you, but feeling quite grounded. Your confidence, again, is taking a highlight in regards to you knowing more than the person you work with, potentially working for. It's always funny when that happens. And you might find that you're asked to take on more responsibility with less pay for some. And this might be a reality check in regards to, is there a future for me in this company, or is this actually going to be worth it? But Spirit's saying, let's be smart. If you're being asked to take on an extra shift, say, obviously you can make more money, but for some, it's this one or multiple opportunities to take on responsibility that could be beneficial in the long run, but not make you extra money. Is this intuitively feeling like the right choice for me? Am I going to overwork myself? Is this actually going to be beneficial for me moving forward? Do I need to prioritize some rest and self-care to have that balance? Okay. But I do feel like, again, interviewing for some, a lot of knowledge and experience being highlighted, knocking that out of the park. But I do feel like there's some clarity being gained in regards to what you're meant to gain knowledge-wise moving forward. Some of you might be going through a refreshing training at your job, if not the beginning of a job, and that will go well as well. It will go well as well. But the Ace of Wands, because I do feel like there's the potential for a passionate fresh start for you once again, a new business idea to be sparked this month or moving forward. Could be this new job, new position, new promotion. They're saying some are getting approved for a loan. Or seeing that inheritance come in moving forward. There's a sense of you needing to respark the passion for what you're doing, even if you do love or like that business you run and or one if not multiple jobs, because the feeling that at times that flame will go out, whether it's due to going through the mundane tasks, those obstacles, annoying people, or one in particular, noise factors, I want to say, energy and or your spirituality affecting you. You know yourself best at this point along your path. Just do your best to relight that flame within and get back to work, or just do what you got to do. Okay. A sense of you being quite mature and realistic for the most part, as you're working, buckling down, keeping your nose to the grind, trusting your intuition, and making that money and seeing that success increase. But look at that, the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Spirit saying you're not meant to live a life of lack moving forward. You're meant to, again, have this wealth that feels quite destined for you being drawn to this reading. And I just feel like this is tying into this money on the mind card. As you make money, it will feel good, but then you might still feel like you're far away from the completion of a financial goal or multiple. Or just wondering if this is going to continue to increase moving forward. And Spirit saying, as long as you're trusting your intuition, putting in the effort, and finding the balance through it all, you're golden. Okay, because I feel like you're very talented, and being noticed may even bring you more money all the meanwhile. It could tie into an online business growing for some. They're saying take a bow. You might have to or choose to put on a bit of a show at certain points, or it might just feel like that for whatever reason. What else do we have for Virgo? The Queen of Cups, your caring nature being highlighted, your emotions being highlighted. A reminder not to weigh down what you're trying to manifest, whether it's more money coming in, more success, a new opportunity, or just something getting off the ground. Don't weigh it down with your emotions, okay? Keep them quite separate and watch that come to be quite simplistically, easily. But it feels like through utilization of your caring nature, um, and potentially your emotions or other people's being empathic, you're being very honest with people. It reminds me of tarot readings and how at times, that all leads up to being 100% honest, right? But a delicate balance between expressing the positives and the negatives and the advice, the criticism, all the meanwhile. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I also feel like you're being pushed to be honest with oneself in regards to whether or not something has a future for you that's lucrative enough, or is going to be comfortable enough, say it's a living situation. But also in regards to whether or not something's going to be emotionally fulfilling enough for you in the future, even if you haven't stepped into it, but it could be a continuation for you. It feels like Spirit's reminding you with the Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. There are a lot of ships coming in for you moving forward in different forms, right? Carrying different goods is what I'm getting, different rewards. A feeling that the month of April sparks the beginning of this, or the continuation of this massive increase in success, because you deserve to live this wealthy future where the success keeps growing. All right. So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your month, and I'll see you next time.